everyone. I made something. It's a punch cutter for my cigars. I usually use a double guillotine, but once in a while I like to change things up and I'll use a punch cutter. So hopefully you'll think it's as cool as I do. So let's take a look at it. So this is it here. What I made it out of was this pretty cool looking skull. It's Terminator, and I got it. It's a Terminator skull that I got from Universal Studios. I have that Terminator 3D show. I don't know if they still have it, but this is one of the souvenirs you could get. So I bought this, and it was just sitting around. It's a keychain, was just sitting around, not being used for much. So I got this bright idea of, I always wanted to make a cigar cutter out of a punch cutter out of, ta-da, out of a 38 special. See if you can see that there. 38 special empty brass cartridge. See if it'll focus there. Anyways, so it's a spent round, and I just took with a stone and sharpened around the outside edge, and then I just took a little tiny round file and knocked the burr off from around the inside of the cartridge, the brass here. So I got it sharp enough that it will cut paper. I haven't used it yet, so it should, being that it cut paper, it should definitely cut cigar, the end of a cigar, punch a nice hole in there. Now if you wanted to make one of these, you could use a 38 special. If you smoke bigger ring cigars, you could use a bigger cartridge, bigger in diameter, like a 9mm. I'm not sure that you'd want to go much bigger than a 9mm, and that would be for your bigger cigars with like ring gauge 60. They even make ring gauges up to 70 and 90 now, which, not my cup of tea, but to each his own. So anyway, I was going to carve out a little block of wood and drill a hole in the same diameter, just slightly bigger, so that I could put this in there and it would protect the edge, kind of like a sheath, So I had this just laying around, and I thought it was solid, but it's actually hollow. I don't know. It's kind of hollow in there. I don't know if you can see that. But I thought, you know what? Why don't I take that Terminator skull, is a cool looking thing, and why don't I drill a hole in that? So I drilled a hole in it, and then I found out it's actually not solid. It's kind of hollow in there. But anyway, it works out really good. So now I have this really cool homemade, handmade cigar punch cutter, and I'm anxious. I might go down. I don't have time to go. I'm out of cigars. I don't have time to go down to my regular place I go for cigars, Cigar Warehouse. But they have. I can just get a cheap they have hand-rolled cigars, in the Circle K. They're Macanudo, I believe. I might go grab one of those just for, I know they're not the best, but I'm not picky. So anyway, you can just push that in there. It's kind of like a, friction fit, like holds it in there. Friction's what holds it in there. And so when you put that in there, it goes in there a little ways. You put that in there, and it keeps the blade, keeps it sharp, and it looks cool as well. So yeah, pretty nifty. I thought that was pretty cool. Really cool. So if you were to make something like this, you could use an empty 38 special, whatever kind of cartridge. You could even use a empty 22 cartridge for some of the smaller cigars. And if you have something unique like this around your house, you can drill a hole in it, to as kind of like a sheath holder, or you could carve out a little block of wood, make a little block of wood, you know, just a little ornate, something a little ornate, and drill a hole in it, and you'll be good to go. So yeah, that's my little homemade cigar punch cutter. So if you like my videos, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, and y'all have a great day.